Here's a view from Marbella towards, well, from above Marbella, not from Marbella itself, from a peak north of Marbella towards Toubkal in Africa. By taking a screenshot of the software I was using to handle the screenshots, I can show you the bearings. 64.85 degrees south of due west in this case. Gives me 205.15 degrees, which, as you can see at the top there, is the azimuth in this shot of PeakFinder view from up there. And you can't see Toubkal. What did I learn today? I learned that that altitude down there isn't just ground level. Well, it is ground level, but it's not the fixed altitude of the camera. Over here on the left, those two arrowheads, those chevrons, those are buttons. I didn't know that until I accidentally clicked one. You can click them, and here we are at ground level, plus 202 meters. Very slightly different view. You can go to plus 8,823 meters, making this approximately 10 kilometers altitude, making this pretty much the view from an airliner cruising over Marbella. And you can see the Rock of Gibraltar down here on the right. You can see the water east of the Rock of Gibraltar, which is most of the Med, a little bit west of it, and then the southern part of Spain there, Sierra de Ojen, or Dahojen if you're a Catalan. I should roll the R more for a Catalan. South of it you can see Africa, you can see Jebel Musa, and whichever one of these much lower peaks it was east of Jebel Musa that somebody tried to claim Jebel Musa was, in order to pretend that they could see more than they would be able to see on the Earth. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. Beyond there you can see a whole lot of Africa. You can see the west coast down here of that northern point, which is all Morocco there. Got Algeria on the left side, which is the east, but Morocco on the west, on the right side. And oops, what did I just do? Does it matter? Not much. We also have 20 kilometers above ground level. It's a curious sort of limit. It limits you to being 20 kilometers above the ground, not 20 kilometers altitude. It's pretty much the same view. You can see a little farther down the coast. Jebel Musa is a little close to falling off the bottom of your field of view. And the horizon is approximately 5 degrees below eye level. You can see the bearings are marked on a red line that is straight across the screen. That's eye level. The -5 below it is 5 degrees down, and you have a -10 and then -15 just at the bottom. And above that eye level you have +5. If we zoom in, we get the horizon. Zoomed a little too far, huh? You can see that far. Is that big enough for you to read, even on a phone screen? Yes. You can see 317 kilometers, but there's still no Toubkal, because Toubkal is 671 kilometers away, I think. Farther than that, anyway. It's not showing. And if we actually jump to Toubkal, you can see in the bottom it says Jebel Toubkal, 4167 meters. This is the zoomed out, well, this is the zoomed out view. Looking back the other way, which is not quite the reciprocal bearing because curvature, you know, it's pretty close. It was 23.75, I think. You can't see any of Europe. We can fly up above Toubkal. Look at this beautiful view of the... Let's click that. Does that help? Maybe. Beautiful view of the Atlas Mountains off to the east, stretching off towards bearings between 50 and 70 degrees. And looking due north at this 00 where Zacateir is, you can see pretty much bugger all because that's Morocco and there's not that much to see in most of it. And in the centre, 23.75 degrees, you can see Morocco, possibly part of Algeria. You can actually go up to 20 kilometres, you're still seeing Morocco. And if we zoom in and click on the horizon, you can see 316 kilometres. Add them together, what do you get? Not bippity-boppity-boo, no, 632 kilometres-ish, which isn't quite 671. So no, you can't see that peak north of Marbella from Toubkal, or Toubkal from that peak north of Marbella. I did mention it's 20 kilometres above ground level, so I thought, why not go to, Denali? Because that gives you that boost. And it turns out you get a pretty damn good view from the top of Denali. This is south, down that inlet, channel, fjord, whatever you want to call it, towards the Pacific Ocean, and you can see 311 kilometres, which I think is kind of curious, considering you're higher up. But hey, you are looking at water, not land. Anyway, for those of you using PeakFinder, those chevrons over on the left, they are fly up, actually they're not fly up and down buttons, they're a fly up and down analog control that you can click and then drag up and down to fly up and down. And speed will depend where you put it.